Hi everyone, we're back here with Perfect Date and back to where we stopped before. I'm going to continue on. A few notes. I still am and was a little embarrassed playing this game. I'm going to keep going. It's definitely something I'm not comfortable ever playing, but giving it a shot, and I'm too curious about this game, so I'm gonna give it a go, keep going, and we'll get into the story a bit more. So let's go. This is where we ended up before, so I'll start from here. So it's the next day. So this is Fluffy Butt. Hello, can you hear me? So Fluffy Butt is talking to us. A cat is talking to us. Let's keep going. Okay. Are you okay? This is McMurphy, the cat, talking. What is it? Is it Kibbles? Also the cat, talking. And Studi Booty, don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like a human. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive? This is Trixie. Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why isn't it moving, Kibbles? Would you come on and give them some space and move back a bit? Yes, stand back and move out of my way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take on what's happening. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm going to puke. The cat's watching me intently. Am I going insane? Ouch, my head! What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human, are you alright? I remember, you took my catalogue. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. I try to reach into my pocket and realize my hands are scratched to shreds. Ow, 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 what's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow, ow, my feet, what has happened to me? Yeah, I guess it's from all the climbing. I told you it wasn't ready for that. What's that? Ready for what? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Fluff, you tried restraining a human who is that determined. It was like a mergrave. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain. I show my bleeding hands. You crawled. Kara. Kara. Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat? Yup. All the way from the mountains. Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? 'Cause you got the sickness. Shh. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. Since when can cats talk? Oh, for goodness sake, since the dawn of time, how else do you think we communicate? Stop splitting whiskers, Mare. You know full well what this human is saying. Think the revelation here, Kara, is that you can understand us. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on here? Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, but at least not all the details of how it works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of doggy cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agreed. And more to the point, we were rather hoping you would be able to help us. You are the scientist after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Kara. You'll be catified. I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before. If I may, we'll see that we are basing this on our own experiences today. That when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable ways that they previously were not. That is to say. Okay. You're screwed. He's so to the point. You're not helping. Don't make me hiss. Whoa, mountain lion. With no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to which Snooty Bottom was referring is simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin the process of change that ultimately will result in a full feline transition. Kibbles whispers, catified. So basically you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down. In amongst the scratches on my right hand, 2 distinct puncture marks, and reality to my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Basically. Yes. My head is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, Kara. You're not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head, my ears for anything that seems to be normal. No. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky, understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay, so why, how, what? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer anything we can, but the truth is we have more questions than answers ourselves. So you're saying you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on this island aren't going missing. We don't know what's... Oh, sorry. They are going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising and we've hit a wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to blame. Muellers? Now, Fluffybot, there is no need for name calling. Speaking of name calling, I remind you to call me Madame. Look, they can't help the way that you are. It's a lack of breeding, you know. Overbreeding, if you ask me. Again, Muellers. They're the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term Muellers. And how they are to So how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, I would not have been no. Wow. Well, if I knew that, there would have been no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proving to be a roaring success after all. Look, Kara, all we know is that we're no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just always been that way, and now, because the cats are being taken, nowhere else is safe either. You accept the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world here after all. But lately, cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went missing. I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds, Kibble. Yes, onwards and upwards. Well, first things first, this werecat thing. Catification. Transition. Whatever. How does it work? Time passes and then you transform him into a cat. Huh? It's a gradual process. It's different for everyone, but you won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however. First side effect of transition, you'll be able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestics either. Then you have a whole heightened sense thing. The increased agility, the crazy body hairstyle. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. Assume there's an antidote. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on, you said there was someone else who you'd put in this position. Well, let's hope you're better bet than they were. Unfortunately, weren't you able to discover an antidote or get our friends back? I know where their notes are though. Really? Trade. You help us and I'll give you their progress reports. What do you say, Kara? Will you help us? So, do we help the kitties or do we not help the kitties? I kind of want to be a kitten. Let's help them. Not much of a choice, really, is it? I'm afraid not. Okay, fine. So where do we start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down your missing friends? Will no one listen to sense? Start with the Muellers and I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end there too. Don't mind him, he sets in his ways. We have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone, all the elders. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I suppose nothing does around this place. Whoa! My catalogue starts beeping. Oh, my alarm. I've got to get to work. You run along now. We don't want you arousing suspicious with your people. You can meet with us later. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired. I'll make sure these reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, Kara. You're 1 in a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that given your new health status. Go! And thanks from all of us. After a rather painful journey, I'm very grateful to finally limp into camp. I've had just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm ready to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalogue beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Purrfect programmed into. In fact, there's no contact information at all. Unknown number. Are you sure it is wise to trust anyone? Trust everyone. Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Me? Who is this? What? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. Before I could think of a reply, the messages are gone and my catalog has no recording of them. I don't have time to think about it right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give me a good impression of my first morning. Ah, Catalina, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? Terribly sorry, Steve. I think the travelling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously. He cuts across my apology. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things, as long as you get the work done. I don't mind what hours you keep. Thank you, sir. So shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at the scratches over my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself from grabbing onto a bush. I'm afraid I let you astray last night. Not everyone can take a double malt. How's the head this morning? I decided it's easy to play along. A little bit fuzzy, but it won't affect my work, sir. I really ought to drink spirits. Drink spirits on an empty stomach. We ought to get these hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. Begins cleaning and tending my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things, but from tomorrow, we'll let you make your own choice about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you're primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant. However, try to make most of your time on the island. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. That really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place and there's lots to see. Take the time to get to know the cats, and full understanding of their behaviours is crucial to our research. There's plenty to see and do, however, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get the balance right. That's the spirit. So there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor getting to know the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be performing routinely. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted, and I make my way to my tent. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going on my own research into tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling that they know a lot, more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one thing at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before falling asleep. Oh. Beep beep. First morning I wake up on the island. I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into the lab research? Or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. Oh, wow, you get to do stuff today! I don't think we need to rest. Should we romance, research, or recon? We should probably research. Recon. Okay. Stealth mission. How to unlock after completing recon 5. I'm gonna guess we can only do these ones. Ooh, that's right. Interviewing staff. The security guard met when I arrived. Might be a good lead time for a bit of interrogation work. Or we have recon 10. That's right. A strange message in the middle of the night. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? Right. Let's do this one. Been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing's unauthorized, gets on or off it, picking up supplies, deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy nap on the island to make sure everything's secure. I wonder if he knows about the research that goes on here. If anything, he doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decided it's time to get to know this island bouncer and go to join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand and him in that chair. He's not wearing that big coat, and the short sleeve allowed me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. Never truly thought of him as a security guard in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obvious, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hi Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. Oh, I suppose, yes, I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research Assistant 125. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh, yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for, anyhow? You don't know? He asks monotonously, eyes still glued to his crossword puzzle. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a defined lack of intel sharing on this project. Which project would that be? This one? This whole research project that's going on here? Is there more than one? Depends on who you ask. You. I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things. I don't need to know. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here besides. I'm interested in it all, aren't you? My interest consists for what's for dinner, when my next puzzle book is coming. When it's coming, you get it delivered. Comes with the mail. He's back to looking at me. Not looking at me again. The mail, you mean the parcels? The letters, yeah. Letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With me emails, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? There's an awkward silence. Of course, being my visual social apt self, I'm desperate to fill it. You need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do the cryptic puzzles in the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, it can't make things more awkward than they really are. They already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly. Zane suddenly looks up. His eyes look straight on me, unwavering and hard. No, have you? Well, not exactly, but he looked at me properly for the first time since we've met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me, gives me daft ideas. Such as... He's still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that kind of things. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's the 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Good. Still a bit of romance. I don't know. Right. Oh, we got. Okay. Let's try McMurphy. He seems really nice. Kara, wake up. Mummy, is that you? Shh, quiet, Kara. Come with me. I have something to show you, but you have to be quiet. McMurphy, yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Kara, you're not scared, are you? Why would I be scared? Creepy around a forest in the middle of the night. Don't worry, Kara. I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well there's a force field around this island, stopping anything from outside getting in. Makes it pretty safe. Indeed, so the only things you have to worry about are the things that are already here. He leers at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, Murph, if you're the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So come on, Kara, what are you waiting for? This is really weird. It's nighttime. It was just daytime! I follow the stray cat in the forest. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times. McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are. Where's here? McMurphy ignores my question, starts digging into some mud and leaves in the ground. Almost got it. Could use a hand, Kara, if you don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way. That's it. Here we are, okay? We keep digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks like a bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Ta-da! Can you see it, Clara? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I always forget how useless our human eyes are in the dark. Just reach into the hole and take out whatever you find. I reluctantly reach into the burrow and feel something hard and cold against my hands. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape. My eyes can hardly process it. It's a bottle? That's right. It's my secret stash no one knows about. Not a soul, but I thought I'd share it with you. I thought we could have kind of a welcome to the island party for the two of us. Secret stash. Is this booze? Murphy lets out a wild laugh. That it is, Kara. You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. That can't be good for your body. It's not good for anybody's, but it does wonders for the soul, to be sure. Well, I suppose you're right there, McMurphy. I guess one little nip couldn't hurt. That's the spirit. I try in vain to get some of the mud off me before giving up and sitting down against the tree. A sudden McMurphy curls up in my lap. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open, that the shards of glass will only add flavour, but eventually I succeed my way. I pour a little out from McMurphy into a leaf and I subconsciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilized. McMurphy, what in heaven's name is this? Now don't worry about that, Kara. It's not about the taste, it's about the company. I can hardly think I'm the type of person you'll usually hang around with. Well, I usually hang around with cats, and they're not exactly what you call my type. I respond by widening my eyes. As I take another swig from the bottle, somehow it tastes less terrible the second time around. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say, present company accepted. McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared to him. Don't take it harsh. I'm only joking, Kara. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while now. Anything, Kara. Ask away. You'd love for us to get to know each other better. This Kara thing. You know my name is... The rest of my sentence is drowned out by McMurphy's howls of laughter. You make me laugh, Kara. You really do. I know exactly what your name is, Catalina. Kara is... it's like a pet name, you know. Kara means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my mama used to call people, I guess. It's just stuck. It's one of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at Murphy awkwardly. Wow. He bursts into fits of laughter again. That's a lovely smile, to be sure. But you need to grow into it yet. Could I have a top-up over here? I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you more alcohol, McMurphy. I think you've had more than enough. In fact, I don't even want to give you any didn't want to give you any in the first place. Did you not know cats have 9 lives? You want to waste all of them on booze? Why not? Besides, the night is still young, and we've only just begun our conversation. Come on, Kara. We've got a lot of chin wagging to do, and are you going to pour it or not? Cheers or intervention. I started with the alcohol. I'm going to continue with the alcohol. Part of me thinks I should be a responsible human here and cut you off your alcohol supply, but I believe in true democracy. Would you care to explain that, or perhaps pour the drinks as you do? True democracy. I can't stop laughing. The true democratic principle is that none shall have power over the people, cats, whatever. How inspirational. I'll toast to that. Right, McMurphy. But on your head be it, for within the rejection of authority comes the responsibility for being the consequence of your actions. She needs to drink more. I pour some more of the suspect liquor into McMurphy's soggy lips. Whoa. Santé. I don't know how things work in cat's protocol, but in human terms, you're very mature. No, wait, very grown up. Adult. Oh, fiddlesticks. You're over a certain age, and as such can take responsibility for your own choices. I like it. Spoken like a true libertine. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I know I can shake my tail when I feel the vibe. I can't believe I just said that. This stuff is stronger than it looks. My proverbial hat is off to you. I feel disproportionately pleased that Murph has paid me a compliment. Say, Carter, have you ever been in love? McMurphy, that second leaf has gone straight to your head. The cat smiles slyly. I'm going to take that as a yes. Now you're still with them. Well, I was never technically with them to begin with. Ouch. Well, that's definitely their loss. Oh, I don't think so, Murphy. We never actually met. You're not saying you're one of those internet stalkers types, are you? Them catfish that Kibbles tells tales of? No, McMurphy. Gosh, it was Bowie. Like, I was in love with Davy Bowie, you know. Oh, wow. McMurphy frowns and shakes his furry head. See, these eyes so green I can stare for 1,000 years, you know. That's a charming song, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. No. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everyone knows who David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I did know one sweet soul with a blue eye and a brown eye, but I can assure you they wouldn't be caught dead in makeup. Murphy snorts. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? That don't have one, Carter. Never have. Never will. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out of the mountains, all hairy, smelly, and alone. For some reason, I find that very hard to believe, Mr. McMurphy. Fine, you're right. I'm a fool. A lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once, Carter, and each time hurt more than the last. I tell you, the thing is, though, Carter, I can't remember a thing about any of them. Any of what? I don't know. What are we talking about? David Bowie? That's right. So tell me how the two of you met. McMurphy, I think I'm drunk. What the hell have we been drinking? Leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. I think I'm going to vom. I don't know. I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand, and McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. How the hell did I get here? I can't remember a thing. I look at my catalog. Whoa, is it really that time? Crikey, I need to get to work. I am going to leave that here today. I think we've had enough romance for one day. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. David Bowie. Okay. Hey, if you guys really like this and you're still enjoying this, please hit that like button. It helps me out and shows me that you want to see some more. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the sub button and the little bell, and it'll give you notifies if I upload any more, and I should. This was fun. Definitely out of my element with this one. But we'll keep going with it. We either find an antidote or turn into a cat. So be it. But yes, guys, hope you all have a fantastic day, and well, see you later. Bye.